Welcome back here with us on Times Now. We have some big news coming in, viewers, at this point in time from Bihar. Action has been taken against police personnel seen firing an AK-47 during the students' protest in Bihar, Siwan. Now, this development, in fact, has been confirmed by Siwan Superintendent of Police, who said that the officer has been suspended pending inquiry into this particular incident. So the cop, Siwan cop, who used AK-47, who fired AK-47, has been suspended. This confirmation, in fact, has come in from Siwan's Superintendent of Police, and this is significant news that we have at this point in time. Rogue policing was caught on camera, and now the Bihar cop faces action over firing. Siwan Police, in fact, has taken action. AK-47 was fired during a protest, and the cop who was using AK-47 has been suspended. Saket, my colleague, is joining us live right now for more on this. Saket, पूरी कहानी हमें बताइए, क्या हुआ, पूरा मामला क्या है और अभी जो एक्शन लिया गया है उसके बारे में भी।
देखिए, जो स्टूडेंट का प्रोटेस्ट था उसके बाद उसी दिन 25 तारीख को जो बिहार बंद का आयोजन किया गया था इन लोगों की तरफ से, और बड़ी संख्या में तोड़फोड़ अलग अलग जिलों में बिहार के हो रहे थे। इसी दौरान सिवान में भी जो प्रदर्शनकारी है वो उग्र थे, वहां पर पत्थरबाजी हो रही थी, तोड़फोड़ जो प्रदर्शनकारी थे उनके द्वारा किया जा रहा था। ऐसे में पुलिस जो वहां पर मौजूद थी उसने इन प्रदर्शनकारियों को रोकने के दौरान, जो तस्वीरों में भी साफ दिख रहा है कि एक जो पुलिसकर्मी है, एसटीएफ का जवान बताया जाता है, अभिषेक नाम है इसका, वो अपने AK-47 से वहां पर फायरिंग करता हुआ दिख रहा है, भीड़ की तरफ वो फायरिंग कर रहा है। ये बताया जा रहा है कि जो आरोप लगे हैं कि 3 लोगों को इसमें गोली लगी, 3 लोग घायल है, जिसका इलाज चल रहा है, जिसमें 2 शख्स का इलाज पटना के मेदांता अस्पताल में चल रहा है। इसके अलावा और भी इलाज घायल का चल रहा है अलग अलग जगहों पर। तो 3 लोगों को गोली लगी, ये आरोप लगा था, और तस्वीरों में भी साफ देखिए कि किस तरह से भीड़ के तरफ जो AK-47 है उससे फायरिंग की जा रही है। फिलहाल जो पुलिस मुख्यालय है उसने इस पर कार्रवाई करते हुए जो अभिषेक पटेल नाम बताया जा रहा है, जो एसटीएफ का जवान है, उसको सस्पेंड कर दिया है। उस पर विभागीय कार्रवाई भी आगे चलाई जा रही है, क्योंकि आखिर सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि किसके आदेश पर और क्यों उसने भीड़ के ऊपर फायरिंग की। क्योंकि अगर कोई प्रदर्शन हो रहा है, पत्थरबाजी हो रही है, तो उसे कंट्रोल करने के लिए वाटर कैनन और इस तरह की चीजें पहले चलाई जाती है, और ऐसे में भीड़ पर आप गोली चला रहे हैं, ये कहीं से भी न्याय संगत नहीं है, उचित नहीं है। तो ऐसे में तत्काल पुलिस मुख्यालय ने इस पर कार्रवाई करते हुए उस शख्स को सस्पेंड कर दिया है, और इसके अलावा ये भी जांच की जा रही है कि आखिर किसके कहने पर, किसके आदेश पर ये गोली उस जो एसटीएफ का जो वो जवान है उसने चलाई है, उसकी भी जांच होगी और उसमें भी कार्रवाई होगी, जो पुलिस मुख्यालय की तरफ से जानकारी दी जा रही है। तो ये जो माहौल है वो पूरी तरह से देखा जा रहा है। सिवान में अब तक 25 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, जो प्रदर्शनकारी है उनकी गिरफ्तारी हुई है, और एक पुलिसकर्मी जो ये अभिषेक है जिसने फायरिंग की थी भीड़ के ऊपर, उसे सस्पेंड कर दिया पुलिस मुख्यालय।
साकेत, आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ। माय कॉलीग प्रणेश इज आल्सो जॉइनिंग us on the broadcast, and we are also joined by former DGP UP Vikram Singh. Good morning, sir. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your first reaction to what we have seen happen in Bihar. Firstly, why is it that an AK-47 was used to disperse the protesters, and now action has been taken? We have learned that he has been suspended.
It is unbecoming of a professional and a disciplined police force to be seen as trigger happy, and to use or even display a semi-automatic and automatic weapon like AK-47 is totally unacceptable. It is the right thing to do that the officer concerned has been placed under suspension, but I would rather that the force be trained, and the riot drill is very clear which force to use and how many times the warnings have to be given. 3 warnings are before any use of force. But I have never heard, it is absolutely bizarre to display or even flaunt a semi-automatic and automatic weapon before a protesting mobs. This is to be used for anti-insurgency and not for civil disturbances.
All right, that was Dr. Vikram Singh joining us on the broadcast. Do stay with us, sir. We also have my colleagues Pranesh and Saket, both of them live with us. Pranesh, these visuals extremely shocking to say the least. The police personnel here on camera seen using AK-47s to disperse the students' protest. This is in Bihar, Siwan. Extremely shocking, first of all, to say the least.
It's a blot on the policing system. This is rote policing. There is no other way to describe this. And like you heard from former Uttar Pradesh DGP Vikram Singh, who knows a thing or two about policing, this is an instance, or I would say another instance of trigger-happy cops being caught on camera. Now, mere suspension of this policeman in Bihar is not going to help, because this happened in broad daylight. This was not some... an isolated incident of one or two cops running for their life, that they were ambushed, etc., etc. They had to control the crowd. Students were protesting, or this was a students' protest, and you can't be aiming AK-47, which is an assault rifle, on the protesters. I mean, look at the angle at which the gun is pointed. This is not on. First of all, his seniors, I'm sure some of them were there on the spot, the SP or the SSP. They must also answer that who allowed this policeman. We don't know the rank of this policeman who has been suspended. Or even if we do, that suspension means nothing. The seniors must be pulled up and they must be asked to explain. You can't have a situation where any cop in any police station pulls out an assault rifle and then, hits the streets in name of policing. This is wrong. And this, Meenakshi, comes on the back of what we saw in New Delhi, where alleged use of pellet guns have been reported. So now this has become a big issue. The opposition is latching on to it to say that unless...
Yes.
We have a clear answer, and unless accountability is fixed, we will not let the House function.
Well, yes, and that obviously is going to give even more ammunition to the opposition. This is going to turn into a political slugfest as well. But the question is, why and how can the police, use this type of an assault rifle at the protesters? I believe Dr. Vikram Singh, former DGP UP, continues to be live with us. Saket also live with us. Sir, do stay with us. I just want to ask one very quick question from Saket. Saket, we know action has happened, but has there been an official statement which has come from the, Bihar Police or the seniors of these policemen as to why, this police personnel ended up using or firing an AK-47 during the students' protest?
देखिए, पुलिस के तरफ से अब तक कोई बयान नहीं दिया गया। हालांकि जो हमें जानकारी मिली है जो सोर्सेज के हवाले से और पुलिस मुख्यालय के तरफ से ये जानकारी बाकायदा दी गई है, हालांकि बयान कोई इस पर नहीं दिया गया है कि जो जिसने फायर किया है, जो अभिषेक है, एसटीएफ का जवान बताया जा रहा है, उसको सस्पेंड किया गया है। इसकी जानकारी पुलिस मुख्यालय ने दी है। लेकिन सवाल ये उठता है कि क्या जो एसटीएफ का ये जवान है, इसने अपने मन से फायरिंग की या इसे किसी ने ऑर्डर किया कि आप फायर करो, तब ये इन्होंने फायर किया? ये सवाल बड़ा बना हुआ है और इस पर हमें इंतजार है कि पुलिस मुख्यालय के तरफ से या पुलिस के बड़े अधिकारी, चाहे वो सिवान के एसपी हो या फिर पुलिस मुख्यालय से कोई बड़े अधिकारी हो पुलिस को, वो इस पर जवाब दे कि आखिर क्या अपने मन से अभिषेक ने फायर किया। क्योंकि आप समझिए, AK-47 जैसे हथियार से अगर आप जो छात्र या जो भी प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर फायर कर रहे हैं, जो सिविलियन है उसके ऊपर आप फायर कर रहे हैं, तो ये बड़ा एक क्राइम है और इस निश्चित तौर पर पुलिस इस पर एक्शन आगे भी होगा और बड़े अधिकारी भी इसमें नपेंगे, ऐसी जानकारी हमें मिल रही है। क्योंकि ये जो तस्वीरें साफ दिख रही है,
you are right, and the visuals extremely shocking and condemnable to say the least. We also have Dr. Vikram Singh, former DGP UP, with us. My colleague Niyamika also with us. Dr. Vikram Singh, if I could come to you, end of the day, sir, I'm sure you would agree that some action needs to take place. The suspension in itself is not enough. It's unacceptable to say the least that we have a visual like this. Action, Bihar Police says action has been taken. This particular police personnel, action has been taken against him. But when you have a police personnel seen brandishing, firing perhaps an AK-47 during a students' protest, the action cannot stop with one police personnel.
You're very right. The senior most officer present there has a responsibility. Flaunting an AK-47, a lethal weapon at that. And I say suspension is too little, coming too late. I would rather that this officer be dismissed from service, that would send a salutary and in fact a deterrent punishment to one and all. AK-47, you don't understand, is a very lethal weapon. If one bullet pierces and 10 people in a row, all 10 could be hit by that same bullet. It pierces 10 or 15 bodies. It has that level of killing power. I think he was an unmitigated disaster, Abhishek being the name. I would rather that he dismissed from service by the provisions of Article 311 of the Constitution, because on the face of it, Abhishek seems to be an unmitigated disaster and he has brought embarrassment to the entire government and to the force.
Well, absolutely. Dr. Vikram Singh, do stay with us. SP Vaid also joining us on the phone line. Morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. What will you say, sir, about the visuals? Extremely shocking to say the least, which we are showing on our screens. There we can see a police personnel brandishing, firing AK-47 during a student's protest. What type of action do you think should follow once suspension has happened? But do you think that's enough?
I think action should be taken, but such a person should not have been deployed in crowd control. Because assault rifle is normally used to fight terrorism, to fight serious terror incidents wherever you come across. Assault rifle in a crowd control situation. In fact, there is well laid out SOP that should be followed. And if there is any deviation, departmental action, the senior officer, and they should not have deployed a person with a
You're right. To begin with, the question remains, how was this AK-47 deployed? And if you are indeed deploying such a weapon, something like AK-47, I'm sure that certain, permissions are needed right from the top. It cannot be just this one personnel acting on his own. So to begin with, what is the procedure, sir? If you can help us understand that.
Now, let me take a little time. See,
okay.
Problem is we are confronted with not only the law and order situation, we are also confronted in India with the incidents of terrorist violence also. So I think most of the police forces have been issued AK-47 rifles to fight terrorism, like you see in Jammu and Kashmir, you see in Punjab, you see now you are citing this Bihar case also. So even in Delhi, you see people. But the senior officers should take, in fact, use their intellect and should not deploy such units who have been issued AK-47 rifles wherever there is a issue of mob control. They should be kept behind just in case some terrorist attack take place. Because in India today you are complicated with a situation where terrorism is also going on and you have to handle mob violence also. So
sure, but how can someone, sir, use AK-47, brandishing AK-47? End of the day, yes. Even if the protest is going out of hand, I'm sure there are other measures and better measures which the police could have deployed. And that obviously is a big question. Yeah. So do stay with us. I believe my colleague Niyamika is also live with us because, Niyamika, when we're talking about the action which has been taken against a police personnel for using, brandishing, firing this AK-47 during the protest, it is obviously going to give further ammunition to the opposition, which seems to be digging in their heels in the parliament, saying that they will not allow the House to function. They will not debate, apparently, till, according to our sources, till the government discusses the excessive use of force by the police when it comes to these students' protests.
Well, yes, indeed, this is a decision which has been taken by the opposition MPs in today's India Bloc meeting, as they are very much clear that till the time government is going to agree upon having a discussion about the usage of excessive force against the protesting youth on 20th of July, the protest is going to be continued by the opposition MPs within the parliament as well as outside the parliament. We have seen that how there was a protest which was being organized by the India Bloc MPs at 10:30 a.m. in front of Makardwar, and now, in fact, within the parliament as well, we have seen that how the house has got adjourned because of the continuous sloganeering which was being done by these opposition MPs, raising a demand for having this particular discussion. But on the other side, the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has once again made a sharp attack upon the government of India, saying that this particular video clearly shows that this government...
Exactly, and Niyamika, what you are referring to, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, viewers, and that's a breaking news also coming in. My colleague Niyamika was just talking about it. He's intensified his attack on the centre, alleging that students are actually facing a lot of brutality instead of justice, citing reports from Bihar, etc. Rahul has claimed that protesting students were fired upon and arrested despite the government's assurances that no FIRs would be filed against them. He's also accused the centre of betraying the students, questioned what happened to the Prime Minister's promise. Niyamika, if I could come back to you, this is exactly what you were talking about, the visuals which are coming in, the alleged police atrocities when it even comes to Delhi. Obviously, all of this is only arming the opposition and Rahul Gandhi upping the ante against the centre.
Well, yes, fact, this particular video is quite shocking, which is coming in from the state of Bihar, and that is what is being stated by leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, as well as he has stated that this clearly shows that the government of India has betrayed the youth of this country, because it was being promised that no FIRs are going to be lodged against any of these protesting youth. In fact, they are also demanding a proper discussion within the parliament regarding the usage of excessive force against these protesters. But now this particular video is coming to the fore. In fact, the usage of AK-47 by one of such police official, that raises a lot of question upon the system, as that is what is being claimed by Rahul Gandhi, as he has also stated that this entire system is downrightly murderous, if we talk about the students in particular, because not just this the usage of pellet guns, but in fact in Bihar the AK-47 is also being used against the protesters there. In fact, some of these protesters are also facing the FIRs being lodged against them. So this clearly shows that the government has backfired from the each and every promise which they have made to these protesters, as it was being stated that no cases are going to be filed against them. But that is not true, because what we are witnessing in the state of Bihar, that raises a lot of questions upon the government as well as this entire system, is what is being claimed by Rahul Gandhi, and that is the reason why he has made it very clear that the opposition will continue to raise a demand for the apology on the part of Union Home Minister, because on his directions only it is the police persons who are taking these.
Rahul Gandhi obviously upping the ante, and in the opposition, when it comes to the opposition, rather in the parliament also, we are seeing massive sloganeering, ruckus, and opposition members demanding a debate on the police action when it comes to these protests. Niyamika, do stay with us. SP Ved continues to be on the phone line with us. Sir, if I could come back to you, end of the day, the type of action which has been taken by the police, what do you think of it, sir? I mean, pellet guns being used in the national capital, assault rifle, AK-47 being used by the policemen. Is that, to begin with, justified? Why shouldn't some serious action be taken against not just these errant policemen, but obviously the higher ups as well? Because end of the day, when the police does use pellet guns or perhaps even AK-47s, they've certainly taken some sort of permission, I believe, from their seniors.
Yes, it cannot be without the permission of the senior, and in fact, deploying assault rifle in crowd control is against the SOP. And then, if it had hit the crowd, it would have led to number of casualties, and action should be taken against who are used. See, even what the situation I am telling, India, there's a complication of situation of controlling mob, also confronted with the terrorism. So you should keep a QRT behind the police party which is controlling the mob. QRT only in the eventuality of a terror attack. That should not be used on mob. So absolutely not justified at all. Ji.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sir. Extremely shocking visuals, completely unacceptable, as former top cops are also telling us. Meanwhile, action has been taken against the errant policeman who's been seen firing, using and brandishing the AK-47 during the students' protest in Bihar. Siwan, that row over the police action, that's likely to resonate in the parliament as well when it does resume at 12 o'clock. We will keep an eye on all the developments related to the same. As of now, we slip into a short commercial break. Please don't go anywhere.